Men are so annoying. Ugh, men only want to have sex. Men, no, they're pigs. Women only want to have like successful men. Women are only looking for money. Or women, they just use me to have a free dinner. Did you ever thought something similar or something in that direction? Then this video is for you. Because something I got aware quite recently, especially through the work with my clients, is how intense gender stereotypes are. Oh my God, we are all guilty of them. We all have them. It's part of how we are conditioned from society. Something that I heard recently, what really impacted me, was that me as a woman, I got conditioned to either fear men or to manipulate men. Just think about for a second, when you are a woman, how you got conditioned, what you learned, what was the first messages you learned about men? What did your mother or your father taught you about men? Something I learned was, be careful when a man in a car offers you candy. So I learned subconsciously, a man in a car, that's dangerous. Or when I was a teenager, I learned, be careful, always have a keys between your fingers, because maybe a man could come and rape you. And then when I was a teenager and I opened like the women's magazine, I learned how to seduce a man, how to please a man, how to manipulate a man that he wants to be in a relationship with me. Something I never learned was how to communicate with men, how are men different to women, how to be in a healthy relationship with a man. That's something I learned the last year or the last 2 years, especially thanks to authentic relating. And that's something I'm teaching in my coachings and in my events, because it's so important to be aware of these gender stereotypes. Men learn to see women more as an object, more something that they can chase after, and how important it is to have multiple body counts. And if they have enough women they have sex with, that then they are the hero, they are the alpha. Especially when you look more into the pickup scene, red pill, incels kind of scene. It's getting really dark there, don't go there. So it's quite interesting to first of all be aware that we are all conditioned in that way. We all hear that messages. And if you think, Silja, I'm not, look a little bit deeper. And then change it. So the way how I change it, I got really much aware of that 2 years ago at an authentic relating retreat. And it was really beautiful because the way how it was set up, that we had a women's circle and the day was all around sexuality. And we as women talked about the way how we were raised and our experience with men and sexuality. And the men in that retreat, they just listened to us women. And then we switched, and then there was like a man circle. And I got deeply touched, still am, about what the men shared in that circle. How they struggle with the generalization of all men are, all men do. And I, for the first time, got aware about my own projections, my own fears of men, my own dismissiveness of men. And that was something that truly impacted me. And I wanted to learn to understand. I wanted to change that belief. And I wanted to change my subconscious ideas that I had around men. So I started to have multiple interviews with a lot of men that I met and truly listen to them. And I still do until this point. It's a never-ending story for me to truly listen and to understand how life for men can look like. And it's not nice. It's as fucked up as for us women. So yeah, that's something I really understood. And that's something I really want to shout out to everyone. Hey, be curious about the other person. Truly listen to the other gender and don't generalize. It's so easy. I still do it. I still catch myself being like, oh, generalize, sorry. But being aware of it is super important, and it will change your dating experience. If you don't go into a date and think like, oh, women are like that, or men are like that, but being curious about the individual that is in front of you. And also don't have that ideas about yourself, because also this kind of generalization goes for ourselves. I was struggling with my femininity for years. How often, especially women, told me that I'm not female enough, that I'm not woman enough. How often I heard that from men, especially in the spiritual scene. Way too often. Until I figured out that I can be just who the fuck I ever want to be. I can be just me. And that's me. I don't need to be a woman. I don't need to be anything that fits into the category of being a woman or being female or having female energies. For me, this is all bullshit, because somebody once upon a time created that idea around what femininity and masculinity looks like. But basically, how do we really know? Why can't we see everyone individually and allow ourselves and the other to just express the inherent nature of who we truly are? Why don't we allow ourselves to really deeply listen to us, to ourselves, and being like, yeah, that's who I am. I express my femininity with passion, with fire, with fierceness, with solution-oriented mindsets, with drive. Everything that is in the spiritual sense, or like in the patriarch sense, more masculine. Fuck it. I am who I am, and I love that. I love these qualities about myself. And I don't want to get judged anymore about who I am. And maybe you feel the same. Maybe you're a man and you're emotional, you're caring, you want to nurture, you love to be with your family, and you're not very driven, you don't care about your career. But the thing when you learn about being a man is like the opposite. Fuck that shit. Let it go. Allow yourself and allow the other to just express who you really are. And I think that's the true freedom that we can create in times like these. And that's something I want to stand for. And that's, for me, authentic dating. Because authentic dating means dating authentically and honestly and out of the true nature of who we are. If you want to explore your stereotypes better and learn more about them, understand them better, look into your subconscious belief that you have, and make your overall dating experience more joyful, please connect with me. I'm offering